Okay, part 38. It was a few years ago and my parents made a trip to Samoa for a week. My older sister, who we'll call Ma'imau because for real she is married with 3 kids, decided to go with my parents to Samoa to look after them. Her husband and kids stayed behind. Myself personally, I have never liked my sister's husband. There was always something dodgy about him, like moikolo vibes. His name is going to be Alelo, because he is. So I was living with my little sister, and bear in mind we are all in our 30s. My little sister, her name can be Le Muffs. So me living with Le Muffs, Alelo and Ma'imau used to come over for drinks and we kick it like happy siblings. But Alelo would never come alone, which was a good thing because I never liked him. It would be nice if he was good looking, and then by all means be a moikolo all you want, because I'm sure the girls would like being hit on by a mint guy. But this guy is makua leai. He really should guard down his confidence in that department. Anyways, I with Ma'imau in Samoa with my parents. It was my second night without them, and I went out to catch up with my mates at a bar. I got home around 1 a.m. and was surprised to see Alelo's car in my driveway. I already know what's happening. My car is a hybrid, so my car is a ninja. You can't hear it when it comes up the driveway, so no one knew I was home. I walked up the driveway to the back where the garage is, because I was going to go through the back door so I didn't wake anyone up. But really, I was a ninja like my car, because I wanted to see what was up with the Lelo's car being here. Now we have this deck at the back that has a couch and chairs and table where we hang out and smoke and drink. I turned the corner to see Alelo with his head. It's dark, but my eyes makua adjusted into night vision as soon as I got out of the car. Alelo got up so fast and Le Muffs quickly jumped to her feet, and my Hollywood acting skills came into play as I started acting like I didn't see anything. I just called out, "Who's sitting there?" Le Muffs quickly answered saying, "Oh, it's just me and Alelo. He just came over to have a few drinks because he's missing Ma'imau." The nerve, honestly. But I played it off and said, "Oh, that's good then. I'm tired as. I'm going to go inside and sleep." And I walked inside the house, leaving them out on the deck. And I went into my room thinking of how much ammo I have on these 2 guys. I felt so sorry for my uso in Samoa who's with my parents, while these 2 are doing the bad thing on the couch where my mum ngaungaus her kanga mea. At around 3 a.m., I was shocked when Alelo knocked on my bedroom door and came into my room. The man sat on the side of my bed and was begging me to not say anything to Ma'imau. So he knew you saw them then. He was apologizing and said that this would ruin his little family. He should have thought about that before veiling the vow with his mouth, eh? He was so apologetic and crying even. I just told him to get out and I didn't want to hear it. Then not long after he left, my little sister Le Muffs came in my room yelling at me like she's older than me, and she's like, "What did you see? Because whatever you saw, it's not true." Yeah, ngale, she was asking me questions but answering it herself, 100%. I told her to get out of my room like the moipi that she is and just left it. And that's exactly how it was left. My parents and sister came back from Samoa and Alelo was at the airport with us waiting for them. When they walked out, I was watching how he ran up to her and hugged her like his face was a few days before. Their muffs also greeted her like nothing, and I stood back and watched. My parents were so happy because me and the other liars were there to welcome them back. And I thought, how can I tell Ma'imau about it? Because I know how much she loves him and her kids, and she's been through so much shit already. But how can I break that news to her that her husband is an guy and that he's cheated with our own ufa of a little sister? This would really divide our family if it were to come to light. This happened 8 years ago, and to this day, Ma'imau still doesn't know. Alelo and Le Muffs have not mentioned that night again, and I don't think they have done anything again either since then. They so have. But it's just one of those things. I just don't have the heart to tell my sister Ma'imau. I told Le Muffs to find a place to live, and she moved out shortly after my parents came back from SAR. And as for Alelo, I'm glad this happened because now I don't have to talk to him at family gatherings. But that's my story. Now here's to hoping I don't actually call them by these nicknames I've given them on here. Girl, that's your sister. You need to tell her. Okay, next one. This story is a recent experience where I was entering my little hoe phase and I started having roasters. Specifically, there were these two guys that I first met. One was Samoan, who we're going to call Malepe, and the other was Tongan, who we're going to call Be Like Giki. I met Malepe first, and he found me on TikTok. We exchanged numbers and met in person to do the bad things. When we met, we did the bad things, and I kid you not, when I was giving him, his sausage smelled so bad, but I had to put up with it, because your girl wanted some. I know that's nasty. Ah! Anyways, a few weeks after that, what do you mean anyways? Are you not going to finish the point of the sosonga of the P or? Anyways, a few weeks after that, I met Be Like Giki, the Tongan. He was so sweet and cute. I met up with him thinking he was going to be a good sneaky link, but we caught feelings. He caught feelings for me and I did too. Mind you, Be Like Giki was 4 years older than me. I was doing the bad things with him, and when he was nowhere to be found, Malepe was who I was doing the bad things with. This went on for 3 months until my punani felt weird and sore when I went to pee. Please, what do you expect? Did you cover up? Did he cover up? You can't just expect to have a guy who has nothing if you're going to sleep around willy-nilly like that. I went to my nurse and found out that I had an STI. Because I was doing the bad things with two guys, it was hard to figure out which one gave it to me. Okay, well, regardless, I think all 3 of you have it now. I texted Be Like Giki and he told me he was clean, and that's when he found out that I was messing around with someone else. Things got bad between me and him, and yet I still couldn't get a hold of Malepe. 5 days later, Malepe reached out to me to link up, and I had forgotten about the STI, so I agreed to go meet him. How do you forget about something like that? We ended up doing the bad things in the car parked up at a street next to mine. After we did the deed, we planned to meet up that Friday night. Friday night came along and I was out with my friends, and later on came across a page that I was unfamiliar with. I used my FBI skills and guess who it was? It was Malepe. Here's where the story got bad. Got bad? What's worse than getting an STI? On his Facebook account was a girl's account who I came to find out was his girlfriend. I was so mad that night that I texted him about it and was asking all these questions. He told me they've been together for almost a year and he hasn't done the deed with her because she's waiting for a specific time. What kind of man has a girlfriend for a year and doesn't sleep with her, but shares his bisosongo in public? I was so mad that I went to bed and woke up the next day to text a girlfriend about him. I sent her photos of him with me, our texts to each other. I even sent her his number to confirm that it was him. The girl was understanding of the situation, and she told me that their 1 year was on Thursday, which was the day before I found out he had a girlfriend. She even told me she caught an STI from him, and that he said it was from an ex, which was a fat lie. He was probably just whangaelo and lekaele. We also found out together that he met up with both of us in 1 day. I felt bad for the girl because she was going to spoil him, but I'm glad she didn't. Anyway, he's single now. Me and Be Like Giki, the Tongan, got back together because we were just craving each other, and we did the bad things again, but even better. He then became distant and told me that he was moving back to Australia. I was so mad at him, and all he had to say was sorry. Now I'm back on the streets, and for some reason, these Rewa boys just have a thing for sliding into my DMs. PSA to the Rewa boys out there, cover up when you're doing the bad things, okay?